Hi, my first class family. Good evening. I hope you guys are doing well. How are you all doing today? I just wanted to talk to you today about Target savings account. I know most of you might be like, what is Target savings account? So basically, what Target savings account is, for example, most of you who are working for someone or working for a corporation, when you open up a 401k, they just enroll you to a Target savings account. So for example, let's take one person, Mr. X. So he just started a new job today, and then he doesn't know what to do with his 401k. So the company he's working with would just directly take that money that they are taking out of his paycheck and put it in a Target savings account. So Target savings accounts is just like a projection of when you're gonna retire. So, for example, he's 30 years of age, and then they put him in a Target savings account, which will be like a 2065. That's the time that they plan that he's going to retire. So Target savings account is just they take your money and they keep putting into that Target savings account. But why is Target savings account not good for you? This is why it's not good for you. You don't want them to just keep throwing your money into a Target savings account, because Target savings account is designed in a way that it doesn't work for everyone. Just think about this. It's like you and me going to a doctor. If we go to a doctor today, they will not give us the same thing. They have to really care for us individually. So that's how you need to care about your investment. So most of you who have your 401k, they tell you, oh, we put you in a Target savings account. When you are young, your fund is gonna be aggressive, and when you start trying to feel like it's time for you to retire, then your fund will just start decreasing, so it'll be more moderate. So do you really know why they are doing that? So these are the questions you need to ask yourself. So right now, the interest rate is going up. Most of you have noticed, some of you who have houses, cars, or have loan knows that your interest rate is going up. And what happens when the interest rate goes up? The bond market goes down. Have you looked into your Target savings account to see how much bond is in there? Most of the time it's like 50-50. So if you have bond into a Target savings account, you'll be losing money. And then when it's time for you to retire, maybe for example, the example I gave you guys earlier, in 2065, then you realize that you have no money. So what I will tell you today, if you have such a plan, call whoever is taking care of you, whichever company. I just don't want to mention their name. Fidelity, Principal, Charles, any one of them. Just call them and ask them, what kind of account are you guys put me into? What kind of what is the component of that account? How did you guys divide this? How many stock is in there? How many equity is in there? How much bond is in that Target savings account? You do not want to put your investment in a Target savings account, because I'm gonna promise you this: when it's time for you to retire, you will have basically nothing. Most of the money you put in there might be the same or even go down. There will not be enough for you to retire. So that's why I'm telling you. I know I did an old video before. I was talking to every one of you to really know what's in your 401k. You can't just say every 2 weeks, oh, they're taking something and putting in my 401k. What is 401k? 401k is just 401k. What is it for? Most of you say 401k is just 401 section and subsection K in the IRS tax code. That's it. But you just need to know what kind of investment is in those 401k. You can't keep blindly throwing money into fire and think that it's making you money. So take your time today. Call whichever company you're working for, whichever people are handling your 401k or 403b or 457. any one of those investment, Roth IRA, make sure that it's not in a target savings account, because target savings account will not help you. It will make you, when you are time to retire, you will keep crying because you will not have enough money. It's like throwing money into fire. Like I talked to a friend of mine about a few days ago. I said, okay, what is your investment in? He says in a target savings account. Oh, right now it's aggressive. When it's time for me to retire, they will reduce the aggressiveness of the fund. So what is the fund made of? What kind of equity is in it? What kind of bond market is in it? Did they invest your money in Puerto Rico? We know that Puerto Rico is about to go down. Did they invest your money in the bond market from Chicago? We know that the Chicago bond market is down. So you need to know all this. So take the time that you're on Facebook. It's just going to take you 30 minutes. Just take 30 minutes out of your Facebook time. Look what is in your 401k, what they invested it in. You can go on Google, type in the name, and you can read all those things. And if you need help, Facebook me, email me, call me, text me, and I'll be willing to help you. So my first class family, you gotta be smart. If you are not smart, you retire broke and nobody will take care of you. You know, most of you say, oh, the government is there to take care of us. I don't think so. The government hasn't even taken care of themselves. They are owing almost $20 trillion in debt to the Chinese, the Japanese, and most of them. So how are they gonna take care of you when they can't even take care of themselves? So that's one thing I wanted to share with you all. Have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.